What's up, you guys? Tools in action, another Ventrac video. This one's cool. This is the 5 things that you didn't know you could do with a Ventrac. Now, obviously, some of you might know, you may have seen it before, but this is 5 things that we found unique. You know, I wouldn't try everything in here because we are definitely crazy with the Ventrac. I mean, maybe not as crazy as jumping pumpkins, but we're trying to get there.
Yeah.
But, you know, basically what we're going to talk about today is the 5 things. So let's start with the number 1 thing that you could do with a Ventrac that you didn't know you could do, which is what, Eric? You're still looking at my list. What?
Mow.
No, dude, that's for a different video. Damn it, that's for the 10 things you can do with a Ventrac. This, you guys, the first thing you can do is use it as a log vise. Basically, when you have the grapple installed, you can go and pick up a log, and you can pick up a log from like one end and let the other end hang out, and you could start cutting it off. It holds it really tight. The hydraulics and the teeth on the bucket grab that log so it's not moving on you. It's actually a really safe way to do it. Then when you get close to the bucket, you can just drop, reassess, pick up the log, and go from there, which is pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
A log vise.
Very cool.
Who would have thought that?
Not me.
I know. Number 2 is move trailers. You can actually move trailers like mad with this thing, either from the front or the back. They have an adapter that goes on the front that allows you to pick up trailers. And I don't know what it is, but when you're driving head on with a trailer, it is so much easier to maneuver. Have you noticed that? Have you ever done that?
No, it is. I agree. Well, you can,
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I worked at the airlines pushing airplanes back. You know, we could do it in reverse. It was so hard. But like pushing them right on, it was just so easy to maneuver. So marinas, stuff like that, if you have a trailer, you need to get into a tight area, the Ventrac's going to be a killer machine to get that done for you. And it holds massive trailers, you know?
Yes.
I mean, you're going to be able to push a lot of weight. Honestly, I'm not going to discuss weights here because I don't know the exact weights, but everything.
See your owner's manual.
Yeah, everything we've given the Ventrac, it's taken. I know we dropped in a heavy boat that probably weighed like 7,000 pounds, and it pulled it up a wet ramp. Do you want to try that? I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but that's it. Number 3 is going to be use it as a trailer jack. Now, this, I'm sure everybody's cringing. This is definitely not recommended. This is not safe, but we were doing some, what were we doing on the wheels? Greasing the axles on the trailer. You know, you have to lift them up and spin the wheels. Well, we were using jacks, and I said, you know what? Let's just use the back of the Ventrac with the 3-point adapter. So, 3-in-1 adapter. So we backed it up, and we lifted it up, and we were able to spin the wheel. Now, granted, you do not want to attempt that. You do not want to try that. It's probably not the greatest thing in the world.
We're professional amateurs,
but the Ventrac,
we're daredevils.
Right. And the Ventrac did it, which was cool.
Yes.
You know? I mean, that was pretty dangerous, Eric.
Well, we weren't underneath it or anything, and we didn't have our hands underneath the tires. I mean, you still don't want to do it, but, you know, safety first, guys.
Yeah. Okay, next, number 4 on the list is what, Eric?
Oh, pull off post. So I had to put in a whole big post. He's like, hey, take this post and so we can show how it pulls out post, because he was pulling out post the other day for a fence and all that. He's like, go ahead and pile this thing in. I was like, all right, great, thanks. But I got to say, when we pulled it out, it came out easily.
You guys, this thing is great at pulling out posts, fence posts, whatever. You're just going to, you can either use the front or the back. We use the back in this situation. We just backed right up to the fence post, put the 3-in-1 adapter down to the ground, wrap the chain around the post and the chain around the 3-in-1 adapter. And when you pull on that chain, basically it's, I'm not going to say, not that Chinese thing that grabs tighter, but it seems to grab tighter. What is that called?
Chinese handcuffs?
Yeah.
But I don't know what that's actually
But whatever,
called.
when you pull up on this thing and it locks that chain, it pulls the bar. It pulled the bar right out of the ground. We've done it with fence posts. We've done it with other stuff. It definitely can do it.
Yes.
And that's a great idea. I mean, obviously, it's probably not meant for that, but it's just something that you can do with a Ventrac.
No, but it's nice. Think about how many times, you know, if you do a fence or something like that, a lot of the fence posts have concrete in there, you know? So pull that up.
Yeah, wow, I wonder if it would do a massive amount of concrete in there. I mean, to a certain extent.
Yeah, no, I think it would, because do you know what the lifting power is on that?
No, but if not, we could dig around with the bucket.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you still have to dig it around and expose it, but then you can help break it free, because sometimes it's just, I mean, once they're down there, they're harder to get out, even move, but at least if you can move it a little bit with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Last but not least, you guys rip out bushes with the Ventrac. My friend Justin, you remember Justin who was shooting with us?
Yeah.
He called me over and said, I got these bushes in front of my apartment. I need to get rid of them. Can you come over? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll come over with the Ventrac and we'll dig them out. Well, lo and behold, I didn't know these bushes have been there since like the 30s. And I mean,
Oh, so a
once
lot
we
of
got
roots,
them out,
yeah.
the roots, dude, went under his patio like 5 feet.
Nice.
These were not coming. These were not getting. Every time we would dig it, we think it's coming out. We're like, no, we're getting sawzalls, we're cutting. Nothing was working. So what did we do? We tied a chain around them, tied it to the back of the Ventrac, and yanked it out with pure muscle from the Ventrac.
Sweet. I like
And
that.
it did it, you guys. It did it.
Yeah.
So, those are 5 things that you could do with a Ventrac. Obviously, you probably knew some of them. And, the Ventrac could do 100 things. We're probably going to have a top 10 of what it could do. It can mow, it can plow, it can aerate. It's just so many things it can do. Remove stumps, Those are just things that you can do with just a couple attachments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and we're going to have a Ventrac report coming up on how we like the Ventrac. And even today, we beat the heck out of it. Why are we always beating the heck out of it?
That's what it's made to do.
I know. It is made to do, you guys. And I think we're on month 7 now of having it.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I think we got it after China. So
Wow.
January, February, March, April, May. We got it in May.
Wow.
How many months is that?
Yeah, almost 7 months.
Almost 7 months. And you guys, we got about 65 hours on it now. It's been a beast. It's been awesome. Not had a problem. We're waiting for snow. We can't wait for snow. We just got the plow. We're going to show you that in another video. We got a grapple video coming up. We got a bunch of videos coming up. I'm just trying to get as much in-action pictures as I can and video. So when we do these videos, they are awesome for you guys. Now, Ventrac, made in the United States. Support America, you guys. Tools in action. Hashtag TA Crew. What do you guys think of the Ventrac at the bottom? What ideas do you guys have that we could use with the Ventrac? Come on, you got ideas? You live locally in the Chicago area? Let me know. We'll try it with the Ventrac. We'll come on over. But, because I don't want to go out far, right? Some guy in Oklahoma wants to go down there. I'm not driving down to Oklahoma with the Ventrac. Right?
No, I agree.
Someone told me that the other day.
That's funny.
Someone told me that the other day. It was Ashley. She's like, yeah, drive the Ventrac to my house. She was like 21 miles away. And I thought to myself, I actually man, that would only take a little over 2 hours.
Actually driving that to her house?
Yeah. Because it does 10 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
So I could actually do it. It's got farm stuff on it and flashers and blinkers.
Would be interesting going down 90 in the left lane.
I won't be at 90, but I'd have a helmet on.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do something like that. TA Crew, you guys, we love you guys. You guys are awesome. Comment below.
Remember, for more exciting tool action, go to toolsinaction.com.